Good morning. Just a couple of words to kick off with. My Foreign Minister and Defense Minister will be here in a second as well. It's a great privilege to be here in my first NATO summit as President of the Republic of Finland. My first observation is to say that NATO has now doubled its border with Russia. And Russia is the biggest threat to the alliance. We in Finland fully understand the responsibility that we have as a new member state. We are very serious about our defense, have been so ever since World War II. You will see us as a security provider, not a security consumer. We hit all the targets set by the alliance. You will know that we have obligatory military service and 900,000 men and women that have done their service. We have 280,000 that we can mobilize at wartime. We have 62 F-18s, 64 F-35s, land air siitä näkökulmasta, että Ukrainalle rakennetaan silta kohti NATO-jäsenyyttä. We'll take the last question in Finnish. Anteeksi? En ole vielä tuota uutista nähnyt tänä aamuna, joten en sitä sen enempää kommentoi. All right, thank you very much.
Sveika Latvija, sveika Eiropa. Jā, man ir
Well, after more than 200 years of military non-alignment, I have the privilege of being at my very first NATO summit as a full-fledged NATO member of Sweden. And that is, of course, historic for us, but I do think we will add a few things to the alliance as well. Normally, when I'm asked what does Sweden bring to NATO, I normally answer we bring geography and we bring capacity. Geography for obvious reasons, just look at the map in the Nordic region. Now, the full Nordic region is NATO land. That creates totally new possibilities for cooperation in our part of the world.
We're meeting here in Washington to celebrate the 75th anniversary since the establishment of the world's most successful and most resilient defensive alliance. We're meeting at a time of grave challenges, at a time when there is a war raging in the heartland of Europe. We're meeting at a time when we will continue to support Ukraine for as long as it takes in order to ensure
Her Excellency, Ms. Mette Frederiksen, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Denmark. Her Excellency, Ms. Giorgia Meloni, President of the Council of Ministers of the Italian Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, please look into the camera for 8 seconds.
Your Excellencies, the Secretary General of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and the President of the United States. Excellences, le Secrétaire Général de l'OTAN et le Président des États-Unis.
So, good afternoon. Welcome to all of you. It's great to see you all here at this summit. Welcome to the NATO summit in Washington. And many thanks to our host, the United States, and many thanks to you personally, President Biden. Dear Joe, there is no better place to celebrate the 75th anniversary of our alliance than right here in Washington, where the North Atlantic Treaty was signed back in 1949. So thank you so much for hosting us all here. And thank you also, President Biden, for your personal leadership and your strong commitment over many years to NATO, to our transatlantic alliance. This has all made us stronger. Let me also welcome Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson. This is your first time as a full member of the alliance, as Prime Minister attending a NATO summit. So welcome to the family, Ulf. It's great to see you here. In this first session, we will make decisions for our future security. We will strengthen our defense. 23 allies now meet the target of spending 2% of GDP on defense, up from just 3 allies in 2014 when we made the pledge to invest more in defense. We will increase our support for Ukraine by establishing a NATO coordination and security assistance and training for Ukraine, and by ensuring a sustained support for the long term. Support to Ukraine is not charity, it is in our own security interest. And we will reinforce our partnerships in the Indo-Pacific to push against the growing alignment of Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. Let me now pass the floor to President Biden for his opening statement. So please, Joe, you have the floor.
Secretary General, allies, friends, 75 years ago, when our nations created the alliance, President Truman said, quote, "We hope to create a shield against aggression, the fear of aggression, and to permit us to get on with the real business of creating a government and society." For 75 years, our nations have grown and prospered behind the NATO shield. Today, we're stronger than we've ever been. Since I took office, we've doubled the number of battle groups in NATO's eastern flank, and the United States has. Finland and Sweden have joined the alliance, and the number of allies spending at least 2% on defense has gone from 9 to 23. That's not happened by chance, but by choice. At our summit 2 years ago, we launched a plan to modernize our deterrence and our defense. And today, we have to ask ourselves, what is next? How can we keep making the shield stronger? One answer must be to strengthen our industrial base. Right now, Russia is on a wartime footing with regard to defense production. They're significantly ramping up their production of weapons, munitions, and vehicles. And they're doing it with the help of China, North Korea, and Iran. We cannot, in my view, we cannot allow the alliance to fall behind. The fact is that so many of let me put it this way. I'm very pleased that today all NATO members are making the pledge to expand our industrial base and our industrial capacity, like our defense spending commitment. This is a critical step to maintaining our security. The first time ever, every NATO nation is pledging to develop plans for defense production at home. That means, as an alliance, we'll become more innovative and competitive. And we're able to produce more critical defense equipment more quickly than we may need it. You know, we will not be surpassed, we cannot be surpassed by anyone when it comes to our readiness. Here at home, Americans have seen the power of investments like these. In my administration, we've already invested $30 billion in defense manufacturing to restart or expand production across 35 of our states. We're investing billions more. The result, stronger supply chains, a stronger economy, stronger military, and a stronger nation. Let me close with this.